cuando le hablas en español, te contestan en inglés.
Bueno, pues, 925 rucas.
Unfavorable
opinion. 95 rucas unfavorable opinion. Bueno, este video va a ser en español porque la muchacha está hablando en español.
Y también inglés. Pero the main thing era de este
Bueno,
guy.
no.
If you didn't watch the beginning of this video, she's talking about Chicanos or Latinos in general that don't want, or they act like they don't speak Spanish, and they answer everything in English when you speak to them in Spanish.
And now we've talked about this in the past, right? Me personally, I despise it. Me cae tan gordo que yo, a nosotros nos enseñaron, ¿verdad? Porque nuestra mamá también es mexicana y es de México. Nuestro papá es de Texas, de 4 generaciones. So, nosotros siempre en el hogar hablábamos inglés y hablábamos en español.
Sí.
Con mi papá hablábamos inglés, con mi mamá hablábamos español. Si mi mamá me contestaba en español, le respondía en español. Yo miro eso como una falta de respeto. Yo no sé qué está pasando.
Muchos sí se hacen, ¿no? Que no hablan.
Sí.
Y español era su primer lenguaje a muchos.
And so I'm be very honest. When there's times when I'm talking to someone, and again, I just feel more comfortable sometimes in a setting speaking Spanish. Nothing wrong with it. But I hate it when you're in a place, I don't even know where, just anywhere. And it just happens to be you hear them talking on the phone or something. Maybe they have music. I don't know. And so they're like, oh, bueno, hola, ¿cómo estás? And they're like,
They look at you like, excuse me?
what? ¿No hablas español? I do. O si lo hablas, pues ¿por qué no me lo estás hablando? And I don't care. I am a bitch. And I will push it until you respond because I think that's so rude. I think that's very rude.
Some people get very offended, though, because you're assuming, oh, you think I'm Mexican or Latino, that I'm speaking Spanish. And that's just what people say, though.
They might. But again, I like her point.
That
I
is,
like
it's
her
good.
point. Again, she goes on and she tells us again, it just never made any sense to us that, again, so many people that I know, and this newer generation now, where it's like, I only speak
I'm American
Spanish
first, yeah.
as needed. Get the...
I lost Spanish.
I
don't
don't
even
know how to speak. Okay, now wait. I'm going to give you that. These no sabo kids, these people that are loving that no sabo thing they want to call, I'll give it to them. I'll give them to a degree, because it is true. Okay, like us, even though we spoke Spanish in the house, yeah.
Spanish was our second language growing up.
But there were, even though our mother was
our
from
dad was
Mexico,
Chicano. Yes.
But I'm talking about the Spanish part. Even though our mother was from Mexico, there were certain words that she didn't even know.
We get made fun of all the time from other Mexican nationals. They'd be like, oh, these kids, ¿por qué no hablan bien en español?
No, eres mexicana.
So we get made fun of, but we learn to grow with that. That's like the Mexican culture. They pick on you.
Yeah,
It's
they
all,
do.
you
They
grow
do.
up to, you learn about it. But
They do, but again, this is just an ongoing battle. It's never going to be...
it's just an ongoing thing.
Yes.
And it's, for some reason, people still do get so pissed
Especially
off.
now with everyone being like, American first.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Get out of here.
And then
if
we've
English
always...
was
yeah.
your second language, get out of here.
We've always gone, so we still get discriminated about this.
Oh, we do.
Why do you guys speak Spanish? Why do you guys like to intertwine or do the whole Spanish and English?
It's my culture. It's still we're still rooted. That's the thing. And why do you have blonde hair? Oh, because it doesn't change, who I am inside. It doesn't change anything. It's a choice. It's a fashion. It's part of our profession.
We've always embraced our culture.
La, 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 la. But
Yeah.
I like what she's saying here. Que
Muy cierto lo
yo
que
quiero
dice.
saber también, contéstame. ¿Por qué se hacen, güeyes? ¿Por qué se hacen? What is to me, you're ashamed. You're ashamed somewhere of your
That's just
culture.
our opinion.
That's just my opinion. I feel like you're ashamed. Somewhere you feel less than, or you have self-hatred is what I'm thinking, because I don't care what color my hair is. I don't care. And I think it's rude. If someone answers me, and there are people, like, again, we work in the salon, different settings, and I have had customers where they're like, even though my English is broken or whatever, I choose to speak it because I want to learn. I want to improve. Okay, that's fine too.
It's
I've
so
had
hard
I've had
when
that
you're trying to
happen
communicate.
Too. I've had that happen too. So that's the opposite of that. I've had that happen too, where it's like, and our mother has a very heavy accent.
Oh, yes.
So it's helped us with other foreigners
Yes,
who have
understanding
heavy
their
accents
broken
where,
English.
where you can like make it out. Where there's people like, I just don't know what they're saying.
Yeah.
So it's a back and forth thing, but the Spanish, again,
It's something.
it goes
It's
back
just
to
something.
it. And if you don't speak Spanish because your family didn't let you, then don't get in this conversation.
Yeah, no.
'Cause this doesn't pertain to you because you
And
don't
they
know
didn't
what we're
teach you. You
talking
can always
about.
learn.
You know, you won't understand.
Yeah.
Unless you're in this circle.
If you really
unfortunately.
want to learn. I learned at 11 years old on myself, watching
Hey,
novelas.
I had to go and take classes,
Reading
and that's why I'm
magazines.
able to translate academic terms
Yeah.
and things and psychological terms and whatever
Right.
the testings are, because I didn't know what the heck that was, and my mom's from Mexico.
Yeah.
But going back to that, again, so we need to do better. We need to do better. Again, you're not
Pero
gonna
sí se hacen,
change
sí
it.
se hacen.
¿Por qué se hacen? I want to
¿Por
know.
qué, though? Sí, les da vergüenza, though.
¿Les
Muchos.
da vergüenza o?
Y dicen, oh, yo no soy, that's like heck ranchero, bien paisa, yo no soy así.
But you go to Mexico
And your
every
parents are
Christmas.
both from Mexico, your whole family,
So
usually.
this, to me, this goes into other layers.
Yeah,
other
the plática
tiers,
es
where it
más,
doesn't
right?
make any sense to
Yeah,
me
it's
because
different.
again, like us, we don't have any roots in Mexico anymore. Pero sí hablamos el español. Me encanta la música mexicana. Me encanta la comida, toda la cosa, and we embrace it regardless. But if you're mexicano que va a México cada año and stuff, no te hagas, güey. Stop it.
Y you
Stop
were raised
it.
con las creencias, pues, de mexicano,
Oh, yeah.
bien, all that
Diferentes
stuff.
creencias. That's very true. So this goes into, we can keep this going.
Right, with so
Pero
much.
It's a good topic, and I like what she was saying. And so whoever sees this, if
Some people
you're
do get
one of
pissed
those
off, right?
people, hey, man, food for thought, guys. It's very rude. I think it's very rude, especially with the older generation. If someone starts talking to you in Spanish and you speak the language, respond in Spanish.
Oh, yeah.
It's same thing with the English. Like if I have someone, even if it's broken English, they're talking to me in English, I'm gonna talk to you in English
Yes.
too. And I have had that happen
we
too.
do
When
ask
then,
sometimes,
when
too.
then they'll be like, they'll try to have a conversation, and then it's like, Español, like, sí, and then they're like, oh, ¿por qué no? And
yeah.
it's like, oh, okay, because I want to keep it open.
Yes.
I'm neutral.
It gets tricky in some workplaces I've seen.
Yes.
Yeah, it's happened a lot.
It has.
Or people just right away, they're like, hey, they start speaking to us in Spanish. I've never gotten pissed off, like, oh, why are you speaking to me in
Well,
Spanish?
and that's
You know I'm
another thing
Mexican.
that really bothers me. Now we're talking personal,
Yes.
right? It's like us. Our last name is Falcon. No accent mark, Falcon.
Falcon like the bird.
Like the bird, like the Atlanta Falcons. People, white people, this is for you because you do it a lot. You still do it to me. You see my face, and now I'm no longer Falcon. I'm Falcon. That is not
Falcon.
true. I'm not Falcon.
There's no accent
And I
mark,
don't
there's
like
no
to
E at
correct
the end.
people because it's just,
just- yeah.
but whoever sees this, it's not Falcon.
And then a huevo
There's nothing
Latinos,
wrong with being Falcon.
other Mexicans always say, yeah, right, your last name is Falcon.
I'm not
No, it's not,
Falcon.
just Falcon.
Falcon.
Falcon
Just
like the bird.
Just
Yeah,
like,
huevo.
Just like when you have Gomez and Gomes and
Yeah,
Gomez
different
and
pronunciation.
all those are Sanchez.
Martinez with an S.
Oh
Something
yeah,
like,
same
oh no,
thing.
right?
Yes. So food for thought, everyone.